Hi Mb, hi Denny. Today we're going to be doing a leg day as part of your birthday present from Royster. So in terms of equipment, we're going to need a foam roller, circle band. Optional is going to be ankle weights. You're going to need something about knee high, doesn't necessarily have to be a bench. And then something like an RX pad, yoga block, even a couple pillows is going to work just fine. If you don't have anything like that, I'm sure Roy's going to be happy to provide it for you. So, first things first, we're going to be starting off with a little warm-up. We're going to be going through this 2 times. We're going to start off with what's called a 90-90. So it's called a 90-90 because I'm going to have my knees at 90-degree angles. Both knees are going to be in line with my hips. So starting off, I'm going to throw my hands back behind me. I'm going to open my back leg as far as I can. Once I can't open it up any further, I'm going to let that other knee follow. Same thing to the other side. We're going to be going through 9 more of these each way. Basically here, we're just trying to get some rotation going into our hips. Should be feeling kind of a nice stretch in through that inner thigh. Might even be getting a little bit of sensation through that outer hip. That's totally fine. Trying to get that movement as big as possible. Really getting rotational here. We're going to go 4 more each side. 4, 3, 2, 2, 1. Next, we're going to move on to a little 90-90 kinetic stretch. So I'm going to sit up nice and tall. Here's where if you do have these RX pads or yoga blocks, they might come in handy. So if you need to kind of elevate your hip, you can pop that right under your hip. It's going to make it a little bit more easy. Just stay upright here. So I'm going to think about pulling my belly button in towards my front knee. As I come back, I'll press my shin bone into the ground. Should be feeling a nice stretch through that outer hip. Go through 10 of those. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Next, I'll go ahead and switch sides. Same thing, if you need that block under your hip, go for it. Same thing, we're going to be pulling that belly button in towards that front knee, 10 reps. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Next, we're going to go ahead and sit up nice and tall. We're going to be working on our knee joint. Again, if you need this block under your hips, you can sit up a little taller. That's totally fine. I'm going to go ahead and grab my hamstring, pulling my knee in tight to my chest. I'm going to start off flexing my toes up. I'm going to try to rotate that shin bone from that knee joint. So even though our knee is a hinge joint, it is going to have a little bit of rotation here. So we're trying to get that shin bone to move a little bit. It's okay if this doesn't happen right away. I'm going to go 3 more here. 3, 2, 1. Next, I'm going to sit up nice and tall. I'm going to extend that leg as high as I can and squeeze my hands at the bottom. I'm going to go 9 more. 8. Keeping those feet flexed up. And 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Same thing on the other side. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and hug my hamstring, keeping my leg in nice and tight to the body. Foot's going to be flexed up. I'm going to try and rotate that knee joint again. Getting as much rotation in there as you can. I'm going to go 4, 3, 2, and 1. Next, I'll go ahead, still sitting up nice and tall. We're going to extend and squeeze. We're going to go through 8 more of these here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Finally, we're going to finish up at that ankle joint. So I'm just going to go ahead and hold my leg up, and I'm basically going to try and draw as big of a circle as I can. We're going to be alternating directions. Basically, I'm just going to try and go as slow as I can without that foot jumping at any moment. If that foot does start to jump a little bit, then I've just gone a little bit too quick. I'm going to go 7 more here. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one here, 1, and 1. All right, we're going to go ahead and switch to that other side. And again, I'm going to draw that circle as big as I can, try and kind of push into a little bit more range than maybe my ankle's used to, getting some nice kind of sensation all throughout that ankle joint. I'm going to have 7 more here. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one each way. All right, there we are. Final parts of this warm-up before we run through this one more time. We're just going to be getting some, again, rotation through our hips, but also giving our lower back a little bit of a stretch. I'm going to start lying on my back here. I'm going to lift one leg up and cross it over. As I bring that other one back to the top, I'm going to swivel, do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to go 10 on each side here. Halfway there. Last one. All right. Very nice. You need a quick sip of water, go ahead and grab a quick sip of water. You can go ahead and pause the video whenever you need to. We're going to run through that one more time, starting with those 90-90 transitions. Again, with our 90-90, knees let right in line with those hips, knees at a 90-degree angle, opening up that back side as far as I can before I let that other side follow. We're going to be going 10 each way. This set, hopefully, we can go a little bit quicker. Should kind of have a little bit more range here. Hips should be feeling a little bit more limbered up. We're going to go 4 more each way. Don't be afraid if you need to fix that 90-degree angle. 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, and 1. Cool. We're going to go back to those knee cars. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that hamstring again, sitting up nice and tall. I'm going to flex my toes up towards me, And I'm going to start by rotating that shin bone. 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1. Same thing, still sitting up nice and tall. I'm going to go ahead and extend and flex. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And same thing on that other side. Again, we're going to do 5 knee rotations. 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Then again, sitting up nice and tall, we're going to extend. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. For our ankle cars this time, we're going to be doing it with a bent leg. So I'll just go ahead and hold my leg up. And again, I'll draw 10 circles, as big as I can, each direction. This time I just want to make sure that this leg is bent. We have 2 main muscles in our calf, one that crosses the knee joint and one that doesn't. So it's nice to be able to hit it from both the bent leg and straight leg variation. And we're halfway there. We're going to go 5 more in each direction. 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, and last one. And same thing on that other side. Switching legs, making sure that knee is bent. We're going to draw 10 big circles with that foot. Doing the best that you can. Trying to keep it slow enough so that that foot doesn't start to jump. Halfway there. And 2 more in each direction. Last one each way. And final part to this warm-up. One more time, we're going to be going through those leg crossovers. Start with one leg up. We'll go ahead and cross. Other comes up and crosses. That's 1 each side. We're going to do 10. Halfway there. Two more. Last one. All right, hopefully you guys are feeling warm. We're gonna be getting into our leg day in a second here. We're gonna just go ahead and start off with 20 glute bridges. Again, we'll be rolling through this circuit 2 times through. With my glute bridges, I'm gonna press my feet flat on the floor. I'm gonna push my heels into the ground to lift those hips up. Trying to aim for a straight body line. My knees through my hips, through my shoulders at the top. Keeping that breathing, we're gonna give a little squeeze at the top. This feels really easy. You can go ahead and add a weight onto your hips. Again, you don't need to start here, but if eventually these feel super easy, you can go ahead and do so. We're gonna go 10 more of these. 5 more. Two. And last one. Give me a good squeeze at the top and lower. Next, this is when our circle band is going to come into play. So I'm going to go ahead and stand up. I'm going to be setting a timer for 30 seconds here. This can also be done seated on a bench if needed, if you need to start off there. And again, if you want to give something to kind of hang on for balance, you can give yourself something like a doorway. It's going to work fine. All we're basically going to be doing is driving our knees up with a little bit of added resistance. So band will go around my feet. We're going to march 30 seconds. March. We're about halfway there. Five more seconds here. And we're gonna go ahead and relax. All right, moving on from there, we're gonna be coming back to that. We're gonna move on to a straight leg raise. This is gonna be done with a muscular emphasis. So we're gonna keep this tempo slow. If eventually these feel super easy, you can go ahead and add an ankle weight onto them. I'm going to start with one leg bent, other leg straight, and I'm going to raise this up at about a 3-second tempo and back down. We're going to be doing 10 of these. I'm going to keep that foot flexed in towards me. That should give me a little more emphasis through my quad. We're going to go 5 more of these. 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. 1. From there, we're going to go ahead and switch sides. Again, ankle weight isn't mandatory, but if it feels super easy, you can go ahead and add one. Same thing here, one leg bent, other leg straight, toes flexed in towards me, about a 3 count up, and about the same down. We're gonna go 10 reps here. And we're about halfway there. We're gonna go 4 more reps. 4, 3, 2, and last one. All right, final part of that circuit. Again, I'm going to go ahead and grab my timer. We're going to do a 30-second hold. So that 30-second hold is going to be for a single leg balance. I'm going to go ahead and get that timer started. 30 seconds. We're just going to hold there, trying to find a point to focus on. I'm going to try and keep that leg pretty straight. It can have a little bit of bend in it. We don't need to be in a full squat or anything like that. Keep holding there. You got about 15 more seconds. If you want to challenge yourself, you can force yourself to move a little bit through these. Just doing what you're comfortable with here. And relax. I'm going to sneeze. All right, I'll leave that in the video. So we're going to go another 30 seconds on the other side. Starting that timer. Here we are. 30 seconds is on the clock. Again, if you want to move through these a little bit, make sure that foot is kind of flattened to the floor. You can challenge yourself with different angles. Hopefully we moved everything out of the way that we needed to. If you guys need something to hold on to start it off, that's totally fine. Got 5 more seconds here. And relax. All right, you guys can go ahead and grab a quick sip of water if you need one. Again, whenever you need to pause this video, go ahead and pause it. We're gonna be moving back into our glute bridges here. Got another 20 reps. These feel really easy. You could even do 10 on one side, which would look like this. And 10 on the other side. Just giving you guys options. If 2 feet is where we're at, that's totally fine. And 5 more here. Two more. And last one. All right. Next, we're gonna grab our circle band again. Okay, we're gonna hook it onto the front of our feet. If you needed to be seated for this, that's totally fine. I'm gonna go ahead and do it standing again. And we're gonna get 30 seconds on the clock. Ready, and drive those knees up. Even a little pause. You can even think about stepping down hard with that other foot. You need something to hold on to, not a problem at all. Five more seconds here. And relax. All right, you can go ahead and take off that circle band. We're gonna go back into our straight leg raises. This time I'll show you what they look like if I don't use an ankle weight. So 1 foot bent, other leg straight, pulling that leg up as high as I can, nice and controlled. And we're gonna go 5 more here. And 4, 3, 2, and last one. And we'll go ahead and flip around and doing the same thing on that other side, keeping that leg nice and straight. Other leg bent, driving up. We're gonna go 10 reps here. Keeping that pace nice and controlled. If you need to get a little bit extra range, you can press this bent leg down into the ground, kind of around that area where you're getting to the top here. Four more. 4, 3, 2, and last one, nice and slow. All right, done with those straight leg raises. I'm gonna go ahead, go back onto our single leg balance. Again, I'm gonna get out my timer, and we're gonna hold for 30 seconds. Ready, and go. 30 seconds on the clock, finding that point to kind of focus our eyes on. Need to squeeze that stomach a little bit. You can squeeze that stomach. We're about halfway there. Obviously, if this does get really easy, you feel like you can start doing a minute, just go ahead and pause the video and hold for as long as you can. Got 4 more seconds here. And relax. Go ahead and shake that leg out. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. We have 30 seconds on the clock here. Another thing, if you guys are on the wood at home, make sure you either have shoes on or bare feet. Socks is probably going to be a no-go for these. Halfway. 10 more seconds. 5. And relax. All right, you guys, we're almost done here. Up with our last portion of this leg day. So this is where you are going to need a roller. If you have something like a wall, that would be great. I'm just going to be using the squat rack for now. So we're going to start by stacking our feet up against the wall. My knees are going to be at about a 90-degree angle. On my bottom side, I'm going to have just a little bit of space underneath my ribs, so I can actually reach a hand under there right now. Keeping those feet flat on the wall, I'm going to drive my top knee forward, opening it up as high as I can while keeping those feet glued to the wall. Then I'm going to squeeze that bottom knee to it. Again, we're going to be keeping everything glued to the wall, making sure we don't lose that positioning with our top leg. And 4, 3, 2, 1. So during those, what we should be feeling is our top leg glute, our bottom leg inner thigh. We're going to do the same thing on that other side. Again, go ahead and stack my feet on top of that roller, right up against the wall. Make sure you have something where you can get that full foot reference. Bottom side, I have a little bit of space. Top knee drives forward and up. Meeting it. We're doing the best I can with that bottom knee. Five more. 3, 2, and 1. Moving on from there, we're going to go into what's called like a runner's iso. If you have a doorway or even a wall for this, that would be great. What we're going to be doing is holding for 30 seconds. I'm going to get set up in this doorway. I'm going to preset my foot by bringing that heel just a couple inches off the ground. Knee can be slightly bent. I'm going to drive that other leg up. I should actually feel this both in my calf and in my foot. We're going to go 30 seconds here. If this does start to feel really easy, then you can go ahead and add some weight to it. But for now, you'll go ahead and start off holding onto this doorway for some balance, keeping that position here. You might feel some glute too, that's totally normal. 10 more seconds here. 5. And relax. Go ahead and shake that out. We're going to be doing the same thing on the other side. Again, 30 seconds. Timer started. Holding that position, keeping a little bit of bend in that leg, making sure that heel is just a couple inches off the ground. Trying to keep that arch of my foot real sturdy. Halfway there. 10 more seconds. 5. And relax. Go ahead and shake those legs out. This is where our bench or knee-high chair, something like that, is going to come into play. I'm going to scoop this just a little bit closer here. I'm going to go ahead, get set up. One leg on top of the bench, other knee driven to my chest, again about 90 degrees here. Same thing as the one I just did with my feet up against the wall. I'll have a little bit of space underneath my ribs. With my top side, I'm going to go ahead and reach away from me and lift up while I keep that space under those ribs on my bottom side You can think about this as in lengthening the top side and shortening the bottom side. Try not to let that top leg, toes start to point up. We want to kind of lead with our heel here. 4 more. 3, 2, and last one. Good. If you feel like you can lift your foot really high up, what that's probably happening is that we're not reaching that top side far enough away. Ideally, our top side only comes up about 3 to 4 inches. Going back to our other side, bottom knee into the chest, top leg on top, hip kind of rolled over, a little bit of space under those ribs, lengthening that top side as we lift. Halfway there. Two more. Last one. All right. And finally, we're going to finish this up with a little split squat iso. I'm going to go ahead and hold these for 30 seconds on each side. You guys can go ahead and start with what you can do, whether that's 10 seconds, whether it's 5 seconds, doesn't matter. If you need something to hold on to for balance, that's totally fine. So we're gonna go split squat. I want my front shin to stay vertical. So that would look like about there, not back there. I'm gonna hold this for 30 seconds on each side. Ready and go. If you do need to hold something, try and reach that arm kind of out in front of you. It's going to push your center of mass back. We should get more stretch on that back hip flexor there. Go 15 more seconds. If you need to start a little higher up, that's totally fine. 3 more seconds. And relax. Shake those legs out. If you guys need a little breather in between legs, that's totally normal. I'm just gonna go ahead and jump into the other side. If you need to pause this video right now, that's totally fine. Same thing here. We're gonna drop into that split squat. 30 seconds on the clock. Try to inhale through that nose, about a 4-second inhale. About an 8-second exhale, like you're breathing out through a straw. More seconds here. All right, very nice, you guys. If at some point those did feel really easy, as in you could do about a minute of those, what you're gonna go ahead and do is float that front heel. So that front heel would be up as you hold that split squat. Again, this isn't something that you need to be able to do within the next couple weeks, but if eventually we get there, that's totally fine. All right, you guys are all done with your leg day. Very nice work. Next will be upper body.